Cars published on June 21, 2018, by Derek Markham June 21, 2018 by Derek Markham. In this edition of the cleantech news roundup, we've got a Honda Clarity review, a Tesla motorcycle nothingburger, an electric Maserati Alfieri GT, an electric Mustang and Volvo 142 electric conversion, a debunked wind myth, Canada's tar sands investment, which should be pronounced money down the drain, and even an easy sesame noodle recipe. In today's fast-paced internet media environment, you're bound to miss a lot of news if you aren't obsessively following clean tech and clean transport topics across a great number of sites. The good news is that in addition to the obsessive coverage we maintain here on Clean Technica, the team at Important Media also publishes their work on a handful of our other sites as well, which is where you'll find stories that don't necessarily fit perfectly on Clean Technica, but which are still relevant to the bigger picture of building a cleaner and healthier future for us all. And if you want even more clean tech news, join our LinkedIn group Clean Tech Enthusiasts, and consider supporting us on Patreon. Clean transport. Honda Clarity, is it the best EV deal of 2018? Is the new Honda Clarity Electric the best electric car deal of 2018? It's not the kind of question I usually ask on Gas 2, but it recently came up while I was reading a review of the car, and I think the answer might be yes. Porsche buys into electric supercar builder Rimac. You read that right. German car maker and engineering extraordinaire, Porsche, has purchased a minority stake in Rimac, the Croatian electric supercar company. Elon Musk. Tesla motorcycle will never happen. It's a little-known fact, but Elon Musk was nearly killed on a motorcycle when he was 17. It's that accident all those years ago that, he says, is behind his answer to a journalist's questions about an electric motorcycle. That answer being, Tesla will never develop an electric motorcycle. California PUC approves massive transportation electrification program. At the end of May, the California PUC approved a sweeping initiative proposed by the utility companies it regulates that will push the cause of vehicle electrification forward farther and faster than anyone thought possible. Porsche Taycan Mission E gets a new name. Porsche has some news about its own 4-passenger electric sports car, the Mission E. Except it's not the Mission E anymore. It's the Taycan, a name that can be translated to mean lively young horse, which references the imagery at the heart of the storied brand's Stuttgart crest that has featured a leaping steed since 1952. Artist imagines electric Porsche 911 of tomorrow. Macedonian artist Dejan Ristov realizes that the future of the automobile is electric, and he's apparently been thinking about what that means for one of his favorite automotive icons, the Porsche 911. And, in looking at the tremendous amount of work he's put into his concept renderings, I think it's safe to say that he's been thinking about an electric Porsche 911 a lot. Geely EM Grand GSE is released in China for 119,800 RMB in June. Geely launched in China the Geely EM Grand GSE, which is an electric version of its internal combustion engine EM Grand GS. The estimated starting price after subsidies has been reported as 119,800 yuan, $18,740 for the base model to 145,800 yuan, $22,807 for the full package. Electric Maserati Alfieri, 0 to 60 under 2 sec. When Maserati announced plans to launch an all-electric GT, the faithful moaned and howled in protest. This week, though, the prospect of an electric Maser doesn't seem too bad. That's especially true when you consider the following. The electric Maserati Alfieri GT will sprint to 60 mph in under 2 seconds. NTSB, autopilot in use during deadly Tesla crash. The National Transportation Safety Board, NTSB, has just released its findings regarding the deadly March crash of a Tesla Model X P100D in Mountain View, California. Their findings indicate that the Tesla was functioning in its autonomous, autopilot mode at the moment of impact, and that the car was accelerating when it finally hit the end of a concrete median barrier. A pure electric estate car in China. The row A5 looking to buy an electric estate car and you can't afford a converted electric Tesla shooting brake. Rowe has the A5, an electric estate car, and the only downside is the fact that it is presently only sold in China. Formula E Hyper Boost confirmed for 2018-19. Driving over special turbo boosts to gain speed is a familiar concept to anyone who's played Excitebike or Mario Kart. But whether they've played those mages or not, it's about to become a familiar concept to Formula E drivers as well. That's because the FIA has confirmed the use of Hyper Boost zones for the upcoming 2018-19 FE season. Tomahawk will be world's first electric four-passenger sports car developed by two intrepid entrepreneurs from Quebec who quit their day jobs in 2013 to follow their dreams. The result is an aggressively styled cab-forward vehicle with two seating, scissor doors for easy access for rear seat passengers, and a battery pack mounted low in the chassis for superior handling. Polestar 1 to make its Goodwood debut. The Volvo-developed Polestar 1 is a formidable coupe, packing 600 electrified horsepower and nearly 740 pounds-feet of torque into a lightweight carbon body shell and putting that power to the ground via all four wheels. It's going to be a thriller, but when it makes its debut on Goodwood Hill later this summer, it will have a chance to be an iconic thriller. McLaren to focus on future hybrids, not SUVs. Tony Joseph has an absolutely awesome job. He's the president of McLaren North America. As such, he knows a thing or two about McLaren's future products and, thankfully, that product lineup includes more P1-style hybrids, and zero-hulking SUVs. Classic Volvo 142 gets the DIY electric treatment. Kjell Eklund is an interesting guy. Retired foreman with 15 years of Volvo experience and plenty of time on his hands, Eklund is an expert tinker, and an idealistic one, at that. That's why he decided to build an all-electric Volvo 142. This 800 HP electric Mustang is quicker and quieter. Mitch Medford is a hot rodder and drag racer, through and through. He appreciates the classics, and has a refined style that leans towards clean, uncluttered builds. Clean, uncluttered builds with massive amounts of tire shredding torque, that is. It's that thirst for speed that led him to build an 800 HP, 10-second, 68 Mustang Fastback. Extreme downforce of the Volkswagen IDR Pikes Peak electric race car. Volkswagen has high hopes for its all-electric IDR hill climb race car, with plans to hit the Pikes Peak International Hill Climb later this year. VW hopes a win at that prestigious event with an EV will help environmentally conscious consumers to look beyond the highly public Dieselgate emissions scandal from 2015. To make sure everything goes to plan, the company is breaking new ground in aerodynamic efficiency with its track-ready racer. Electric Mercedes SUV testing in Spain. The upcoming 100% electric Mercedes SUV is set to be revealed early next year. Mercedes-Benz doesn't want Tesla and Porsche to get all that sweet electric PR, though. As such, they're giving everyone a sneak peek at the new EV in these photos from a hot weather testing session in Almeria, Spain. Bloomberg Model 3 tracker stands at 2,350 cars a week. Scotland is subsidising electric bikes to encourage sustainable and active travel, making the case for the electric school bus. Clean energy. India shows more appetite for solar energy. IBC Solar, a global leader in photovoltaic PV systems and energy storage from Germany, has completed a 27-megawatt MW solar plant near Kasinga in the Indian state of Odisha. For IBC Solar, this is its largest project to date as well as its first project in eastern India. And it shows how fast things can change to clean energy from the sun. Wind turbines don't use more energy than they produce, debunking the myth that won't die. Norwegian news source Nettavisen reports a myth about wind turbines is spreading across social media sites. The myth suggests it takes more energy to create a wind turbine installation than it will produce in its lifetime. Just as Elon Musk disparages hydrogen fuel cells as full cells, the creators of this disinformation campaign refer to electricity from wind as idiot power. Canada investment in Alberta tar sands is money down the drain. Drivers in Alberta and all citizens of Canada have been shortchanged, not enriched by their government's investment in the Alberta tar sands. The action makes no economic sense at all, although it has attracted support from voters in Alberta who believe their financial well-being is tied to fossil fuels. Make a big difference in your energy use with small changes. Infographic. This infographic shows 17 ways you can cut back your energy bill. Most of the tips are very easy to implement and you can do them right now. Pipeline protesters acquitted as war against free speech accelerates. There was a small victory for ordinary people recently. 23 persons were arrested in Boston in 2016 for protesting against a high-pressure natural gas pipeline. In March, after prosecutors reduced the criminal charges against the defendants, including Karina Gore, daughter of Alan Tipper Gore, to a misdemeanor, the judge dismissed all charges against them. 4 maps that show who's being left behind in America's wind power boom. Why does a huge swath of the country have hardly any wind turbines at all? Woman, scientist, climate advocate, can you be all three? Sarah Meir is a woman, a scientist, and a climate advocate. Are these strengths in a climate crisis? Clean living, your sustainability story. Low carbon shoes from Ashbury Skies. We've launched a new feature here at Important Media that encourages our readers to share their personal sustainability story. Natural support for depression and anxiety. If you are living with depression or anxiety, or a combination of both, it's important to know there is no one-size-fits-all approach to healing, but there are many ways in which herbs can help support you, and remedy, the feelings you are suffering with. A more natural sleep solution. Some sleep. Have you ever read the warning that accompanies a bottle of prescription sleep aids? It can be a bit of a jarring experience to view the ways in which these medications can impact your body. Fortunately, there are more natural options to help you achieve a quality snooze. Easy sesame noodles. Serve them hot or cold. Easy sesame noodles are perfect served hot or cold as a base for a bowl meal or alongside lettuce or Napa cabbage wraps. And they only take about 15 minutes to make. Support cleantech's work via donations on Patreon or PayPal. Or just go buy a cool t-shirt, cup, baby outfit, bag, or hoodie.